Thanks for joining us on Motorsport Minute. My name is Mitchell Breuer. It has been a chaotic week in the world of NASCAR as the sport opened with the annual Cookout Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium. Let's break down all the action from Bowman Gray. Now, don't adjust your sets. You are seeing that correctly. That is indeed a snow-covered Bowman Gray Stadium. Winter weather wreaked havoc on the Cookout Clash over the week. All on-track activity for Saturday was canceled. Heat races were scrapped, and everything that wasn't canceled was moved to Monday, which subsequently was moved again to Wednesday. When we finally got racing, you saw it. We saw more chaos, crashes, more crashes, rain delays, more crashes, and then when all the smoke cleared, it was Ryan Preece, who has never won a NASCAR Cup Series race, emerging victorious at the end of the night. Here's what he had to say following the race.
You know, I've been doing this full-time for the most part since 2019. And I remember I was going to, I'm not kidding, I was moving back to Connecticut 2 years ago. And, the stars aligned and this opportunity at RFK came about. And, I remember there was nights where I thought, if it, is this going to come together? Or am I just going to be another story where it falls apart in the last second? And I'm grateful that it happened because I got this guy right here. I have our entire group, which is special, working on this race car. And, I know because when I build race cars and I do these things, it's not easy to build speed, and you have to have passionate people behind you. And that's what we have. So going to war every single week, I'm excited about 2026. And, I feel like this is, it's a non-points race, but winning at this level is not freaking easy.
In other NASCAR news, a long-awaited question has finally been answered when it comes to the 2026 NASCAR season. 2311 Racing announcing today that Corey Heim will run 12 NASCAR Cup Series races for the team this season, beginning with the Daytona 500 next weekend. Heim will pilot the number 67 Toyota at Kansas, Texas, both Charlotte races, Nashville, San Diego, Chicagoland, Indianapolis, again at Daytona in August, Darlington in the fall, and Homestead. Now, it's an important reminder that that 67 car that Heim is driving is not a chartered car, meaning he will have to qualify his way in for any races that have more than 40 cars entered, which includes next weekend's Daytona 500. So still has to make the races, but those are on the schedule for the 2025 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion. In other news, Carson Hocevar and Spire Motorsports have agreed to a contract extension. Spire Motorsports announcing Thursday that they have signed Hocevar to a multi-year deal that the team says, quote, keeps him the driver of the number 77 into the next decade. We also had a schedule change this week as NASCAR announced that the Roval is no more. Charlotte Motor Speedway's fall date will return to the track's oval configuration for the first time since 2017. With the change, there are now no road course races in the NASCAR Cup Series chase for the Cup this season. Closer to our home here in Rochester, Minnesota, monster trucks took over the Mayo Civic Center last weekend as the Monster X Tour came to town with two shows last Saturday. KTTC's Caitlin Alexander was there and gave us a peek into the atmosphere of the event.
Hi Mitchell, hi Motorsport Minute. It's KTTC's Caitlin Alexander here at Mayo Civic Center over the weekend for the Monster X Tour, which is stopping in downtown Rochester. A lot of families here to take part in this fun event. A great opportunity for everyone to get together, get up close to some of these amazing vehicles and learn a little bit of love for motorsports with their family members. Take a look at some of these that we're seeing here. There's a werewolf one, which might be my favorite over here. And I'll show you the crowds as well. Tour. We know that it's a busy time of year for racing fans. Fun to get out all together and inspire the next generation of motorsport fans.
Well, it sure looked like Caitlin had a lot of fun at the Monster X Tour, and we thank her for her contribution to the show, and we thank you for watching. That's all we have time for this week. Next week is Daytona 500 week, and you better believe we have something special planned for the first NASCAR points-paying race weekend. But until then, I'm Mitchell Breuer signing off. Have a great weekend, everybody.